Hey everybody, welcome to Yoga for Hips. Today we're going to need a strap, and this is especially for everybody that has a lot of tension in their hips and in your thighs, so I hope you have fun. Go ahead and start off on your back, and we're going to come into what's called triple diamond pose. And what that's going to be is we're going to roll all the way onto our back, and we're going to bring our hands into a diamond shape like this, and our elbows bent. Bring them behind you. And go ahead and place your feet together and let your knees come open. It's a pretty great way to start any yoga class. It's really amazing. It opens up the hips and groin area as well as the heart. And take a few breaths right here. Softening the face. Feel free to close your eyes. Let the throat be soft and let gravity just take effect and pull the knees naturally toward the ground. You don't have to tug or pull. Good. And slowly bring your hands down. You can give your inner thighs a gentle press. Really gently. Good. And then bring your knees together. Already feeling your hips. Good. And from here, just press your lower back into the mat. That feels really, really good. And go ahead and take your strap. I want you to bring your strap around the ball of your right foot. So go ahead and do that. Take each hand at each side of the strap and stretch that leg up. You may recognize this from our Yoga for Runners video. And let the left leg go long. And feel free to keep the knee bent if you need to, or of course just give yourself a little more stretch in your strap there. So good. You can use the arms. And then we're going to take both sides of the strap. It's on your right foot. Bring it into your right hand. Open your left arm like a letter T with the palm facing up. And with a nice grip of the right arm and hand, open that leg out to the side. Ooh, and I know you're going to feel this. You can even kind of think about lowering your left hip to the ground and make this a really strong position with your arm, because I want you to remain in control with your arm and not so much with your leg, so your leg is free to relax and open. Good. And after a few breaths there, inhale that leg to the top. Again, using those arm muscles, and then release that strap. And then push through the heel and lower the leg down. Awesome. Second side, go ahead and bend the knees again. And then bring the strap, but this time around the left foot. And we're going to take both sides of the strap and then press that leg up again. Using those arms, using those arm muscles, trying to keep the leg somewhat relaxed. Lengthen out the right foot and leg. Keep drawing the side waist to the ground. And then when you're ready, take both sides of the strap. With the left arm, open the right arm out. The nice grip, not too tight. Open that leg out to the left. Good. And keep the right hip on the ground as best you can. And by the way, this strap is just a cut up piece of an old yoga mat. Such a cool way to use it. And it works really well. So good. Flex that foot. And then bring that left foot up to the top. Good. And then release the strap. And then bring the hands down by the hips and push through that heel. Ooh, and then relax. Good. You can flip the palms up, roll the shoulders underneath you, and that feels pretty amazing. You can point and flex the feet. Next pose, happy baby pose. It looks just like it sounds. I want you to draw your knees into the chest. Take your first two fingers of each hand. Take your big toes, open your heels, and then draw the knees toward the ground. And again, you're using arm muscles here. The goal of happy baby pose is not to get the legs straight. It's to draw the knees toward the earth and open up the hips. Good. Keep the back of the neck on the floor evenly, just relaxing here. Breathing, maybe inhale, deepen the pose a little bit. Good. Exhale, draw the knees in and hug the shins. Good. Point the toes, flex the feet. Let me look and see what's next. And here we go. Rock back and roll up. Just didn't want to leave anything out. Good. Once you're up, go ahead and kind of scooch back on your mat and come into what's called cobbler's pose. You want to bring the soles of the feet together, open them like a book, so the feet kind of just open up like the pages in a story. And you can do this one of many ways. You can lengthen your spine like this, and then lower over your hips with a flat back, or you can just take your hands to your ankles and round over your legs. Both are totally fine. I like both ways. And this gives you a nice back stretch, but most importantly, the hips and the inner thighs. You can even take the hands to the insides of the ankles and kind of press your elbows into the insides of your knees, just gently, and breathing there. Good. And then bring those knees together. Good job. And come all the way up. Next pose, table pose. So bring the feet hip width. We're going to bring our hands behind our hips just like this. Maybe give yourself a little tricep dip. Good. Maybe walk your hands in just a touch. Press through your heels and go ahead and inhale. Lift those hips up. Good. And breathe. And you can feel free to look up. Each time you inhale, press your heels down and lift the hips just a little bit more. And then exhale, look forward, and slowly lower the hips all the way down. Good. Go ahead and cross your legs. We're going to roll over our legs all the way into downward facing dog. So just breathing here and press those hips up and back, hopefully feeling a little bit warmer. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can walk your feet in just a touch. See if you can get your heels to come down and your heart to go toward your thighs, although that is totally not necessary. Good. On the next inhale, slowly lift and then lower onto all fours. Good. All right. I want you to kind of come into a table pose the other direction, hands directly underneath the hips. We're going to flex our right foot and press that leg all the way back. This is a fun one, so get ready to really open up those hips. We're going to turn the right foot a little to the side, and we're going to sweep the right leg open. So definitely a challenge. Try not to lean too far into your left arm. On the inhale, sweep that foot behind you, toes face down again, and lift the heel. One more time. Turn and open. Take an exhale. Inhale, lift, toes down, and come back. Good. One more breath. Keep the leg lifted, and this time just reach the left arm in front of you. Good. You can look forward, look down, draw your navel to your spine, and breathe. And then exhale, relax. Whew, you should be warm by now. And one more side. Here we go. Left foot comes behind you. And press. Good. And breathe. Go ahead and turn that ankle and sweep that leg to the left. And then inhale, toes down, heel comes back. And then exhale, turn the ankle, and then open that leg out to the left. Try not to lean into your right arm. And then inhale, right behind you. Good. And finally reach the right arm forward. Good. Breathing. This is a challenge. Inhale. And then exhale, lower down. Good job. Finally, downward dog, hip opener. Here we go. Come back into downward facing dog. Curl the toes up and back. And right before we do this pose, you want to make sure you have good stability with the arms. So everything's even. Check your wrist creases. Press back. Float the right leg all the way up to the sky. And then open the hips here. And feel free to bend the top knee. If this is your right leg up in the air, it's like you're trying to kick yourself in the left bun. So good. Open. And then release. Let's do the second side. Left foot comes all the way up in the air. Bending that top knee and open there. Wow. And then coming down. Beautiful job. Come all the way back onto your knees. Roll your shoulders. And hope your hips feel pretty open today. Namaste.